Howdy folks, and welcome back to Dungeon Meshi. Today we're going to be watching episode 21, which is titled Egg, just Egg, and the Golden Country being the second one. Egg is somehow like the most threatening title I think I've read in one of these, somehow more so than Red Dragon. Parts 1, 2, and 3. We've had a lot of eggs on the show. We've had harpy eggs, we've had cockatrice eggs, we've had... I don't think we had basilisk eggs. I don't think. We've had egg custard, we've had omelets, we've had tamagoyaki, but this somehow is just egg. And it's just like, what do I do with this information? I just don't know. It's just egg. Egg will outlive us all. So it's, you know, I'm having fun here. Who doesn't love a good egg, right? Yeah, not much to go off of this one, except just egg. It's just egg. I don't know why it's so amusing to me, but after everything we've gone through in the series, just egg. In the Golden Country, I'm assuming we're going to get some kind of a history lesson on the old country. Obviously, the Golden Country from, was it 1,000 years ago, right? That the Mad Mage was from, and he's looking for the king and all that stuff. So I'm assuming we're going to get a little more info on that. I don't know if it's going to be like a lore dump from Marcille, or if it's going to be a full-on like kind of flashback chapter kind of thing, where we're just going to get just a scene from that time, right? I don't know. But there's one way to find out, and let's scooch over and get ready to watch this thing. Hey. Thank you for watching me watch this thing. We are almost done with this show, as I've been saying the last episode, I think maybe a couple before that as well, but Season 1 is coming to a close. I don't know exactly when Season 2 is coming, but we will be watching it as soon as it does. But until then, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when the rest of these come out, whenever Season 2 hits, whenever those reactions start dropping as well. You know, I can tell you, if you join up on the Patreon now, you will probably get, let's see, if this is 21... I will have 22 and 23, but, you know, if you sign up for the Patreon, you will be a member, even if just for 1 month. You will be a member to see the rest of this season, early, uncut, unedited. But hey, if you just also want to just support the channel, you can do that as well. But as always, I'm glad you're just here watching on YouTube. And let's get started with Dungeon Meshi episode 21, Egg, and the Golden Country 2. Starting up in Egg, 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 Egg. My tea for today is rooibos. I guess I never told the time me and my friends ruined our DM's day. I think I hinted at this some time ago, and I promised I'd tell the story eventually, but I don't think I ever did. So forgive me if I've told this one already, but it's one of my favorites. Our DM had planned this big spooky hedge maze thing with these little wooden automaton puppets kind of skulking about in it, and we're supposed to take it all slow and quiet and stealth-like, try not to have them notice us. A little Metal Gear Solid, a little kind of horror kind of thing happening. And us players kind of like put our arms around each other, huddle up a little bit, and we kind of make a plan to beat this thing. And we realize we have a perfect combination of jobs or classes and stuff to kind of just ruin this thing. So I step up first, the druid. I'm wearing an armor of insults, which I guess has a little hidden button that you press, and it just starts like shouting insults around it, and it aggroes everything to it. So the OP's stopping, but I need to finish the story now that I'm into it. So I trigger my armor of insults and just say, "Come at me, bro," to everything. And it catches the attention of all the little wooden puppets in the area, and they all come bolting out of the hedge maze. I'm standing like right at the entrance to it. I cast like some kind of a vine trap kind of thing, and I trap like all or most of them within it. And then I turn to our sorcerer and I just say, "Burn it down." And our little, I forget what race she was. I want to say Gethlane, but I'm not 100% sure, but a fairy-like creature who was our sorcerer who had a penchant for fire magic, just went and set everything alight. So in one fell swoop, we dealt with all of the automatons and burned the hedge maze down. And our DM just sat there just like looking over his notes, and he was just like, well... it worked. He was so defeated. So, you know, if you're a DM, you know, plan like, you know, the hedge maze to be like ivy growing over brick walls for your maze or something. So at the very least, if they try to burn it down, you still have walls of brick that they can there can still be a maze, even if the threat is dealt with. So just a little DM tip from a shitty little player who ruined his DM's day one time.
We're finally back!
Oh, we're catching up with them.
So much better than the dungeons.
Cabro,
Oh, okay.
I'm reporting to the Island Lord tomorrow. I'd like you to join me as a witness.
Yeah.
Plan on telling him about everything?
And more.
See that girl?
Big ship. It's huge.
I wonder if the people on it have lots of money.
And I love that. All right, hold on. The hypocrite. This little half-foot was talking about Chilchuck being the most greedy of all the half-foots and all that kind of stuff. And the first thing out of their mouth is, I wonder if the people on that boat have money. Hypocrite. The whole lot of them. The whole lot of Kabru's crew.
This isn't good. Toshiro, we need to see the Island Lord right away.
Is it an
belongs
elven
to the
ship?
Elves of the West.
Okay, yeah.
Must be the Canaries then. They appear when dungeons reach a certain level of danger.
Oh.
When that happens, their mission is to investigate the dungeon and conquer it.
Okay. Dungeon cleaners of a different sort, if you catch my drift.
Isn't this a tall man region?
It's been a while since we've heard the word tall man. It still catches me off guard.
Let's hurry.
Oh, and them we're catching up with.
Hey! If it isn't Shuro!
Hello, Namari.
Where's Fallon?
About that.
Laios and the others haven't given up yet, though.
They still eating monsters?
Yes, they are.
But it was kind of really good though, wasn't it?
Some important people suddenly came to talk with him, and they've been in there for hours.
The
So
elves.
we're too late.
The canaries.
We have to go inside.
Wait, they said canaries, right? I just realized the implication, the canary in the coal mine, as it were. I don't know if that's on purpose, but that just clicked in my head, and it makes so much sense for what they're doing and what their purpose is. Nice. I like it.
The town I'm from also prospered from a dungeon. One day, monsters flooded the town.
One day, I found an egg.
Why was my family part of the ones who were killed?
Oh. Oh my.
Forgive me, but I've come here to deliver a report to the Island Lord.
Yo, I love that one elf that's just like
Excuse
drunk
me?
off their
As
ass.
you can see, we're in the middle of something.
Please, hear me out.
Seriously?
I do like their pupils look different.
Make it brief.
We encountered a human who turned into a monster.
What? Damn it, a chimera.
It's progressing faster than expected.
Oh.
I told you all! We didn't have time to twiddle our thumbs and wait for an answer!
Country
Damn.
borders are so trivial compared to the lives of people.
Yeah, most of their eyes look really
Who do you
cool.
think you are, treating me like I'm old and senile?
Tansu, please.
Tansu, please, you are old and senile.
Understanding and wise. Now, if you would please stamp here.
Don't do it!
Understanding and wise, just as long as you do exactly what I tell you right here.
If I had enough strength to conquer a dungeon, there wouldn't be a problem. But I don't.
My party sucks ass, actually.
Most of the people I found were self-serving
Yeah.
and worthless. I heard rumors about the Toden siblings.
I have a feeling that they were brought up pretty well. They have good instincts, but no real ambition. They're honestly kind of weird.
I mean, that is true, though. They are weird.
Despite not being that strong, they reached the deeper floors of the dungeon. I wanted to speak with them directly, and once I did, I finally understood. He only thinks about monsters. Therefore, we can't trust him to consider the future of the island. At this moment, among the tall men, he's the one who's closest to the heart of the dungeon.
Yeah?
This will more than likely be the first and last chance we get, so I can't let the elves get in his way.
Interesting. I think that's really interesting, the conclusion he just reached from all that. That he was like, he's not trustworthy, or at least he doesn't gel with me and how I see things. He wouldn't make a good ruler of the dungeon, but he is the closest, so therefore I can't let them get in his way in case he actually does the damn thing. And I think that's interesting that Kabru, like the ultimate like people watcher, basically, so to speak, is like, listen. I've been wanting this to happen for so long that I gotta just chill and let this thing play out. Like, if we're on truly the last run of this game, like we got to see this one through to see if we get a new PB here. To to use some speedrunning terms, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting, and I do like that he was talking so sure about himself a couple episodes back when he was kind of giving that info to his own party and kind of thus relaying it to us, like kind of how he perceives them, and the whole kind of their biggest sin to him was that he was still paying party members that were like kind of pocketing the money and still pretending to be injured. He made it seem like that was like a huge mortal sin of Laios, basically. And even then, just from this, it almost sounds like he wasn't as sure, that it just kind of comes from just stuff he heard like offhand, like third person, right? Which some of it might have been true, and I'm sure some of it was, because I think we heard confirmation from another character about, paying people who he didn't even have to anymore, or something like that. I think in the Nightmare episode, maybe. But other than that, just the kind of the whole, it seems like, for all of his people watching he didn't have like 100% sure info, but seemed like so sure of himself amidst all that. Interesting.
You can do whatever you want, but my lord!
I'll let them know to make landfall.
Please wait.
Oh, what is that little
This is
fairy?
too dangerous. About 15 years ago, a dungeon destroyed my hometown. It was a town called Utaya.
15 years ago?
Not Utaya.
What does that mean? No way! Are you the child they say survived that incident?
Oh,
I did hear that the vice captain or someone had brought a young one home with them.
he's famous.
You mentioned nutrients. Tell me more. Utaya's dungeon was quickly destroyed. However, there were many casualties among the soldiers and civilians. It was due to the dead turning into monsters and eating the living. I suggest we seal the dungeon instead. We can't do anything that will end up feeding it.
Interesting.
Pretty sure it's not your intention to cause damage to the dungeon during combat anyway.
That fairy is just like, am I going to see any action today?
All humans have some sort of connection. And I know some people who can definitely help out. So just leave it to me.
Wow. Oh.
Begin preparations for the investigation.
Yeah.
I suspect you're plotting something.
Yeah, he
If that's
is.
the case, show me what you've got.
Wow.
Should anything go wrong, my troops will rush in. Understood.
Oh, that little fairy. All right, this is so interesting. Also, egg. The egg has arrived. Wow, like him, like putting his skills to the ultimate test. Like these high society elves and everything who are essentially going to come and just like carpet bomb the dungeon, basically, just to annihilate it, right? Or at least that seems to be their intent, right? And he's just like, I would rather let's seal this off and let Laios and his crew give them all the time they need. Like they can keep reviving themselves, right? We know that they can eat in there. They can survive for an indefinite amount of time if, barring anything going like super wrong. But I kind of love that it's like all stems back to his like kind of love of people, that he just wants people to conquer the dungeon, right? Rather than letting the dungeon kind of win by having us all have to like shut it down, right? At least that's kind of what I got from it, kind of his whole kind of angle here. And I love that, like, the hottest of them all sitting at the table, the one with the voice kind of like this, right? The breathiest, hottest voice of them all. He basically said, like, look, I know you're full of shit and I see right through you, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. Which is a lot more charitable than I was expecting them to be. I thought they were just going to straight up tell him no, and that Kabru was like, all right, I didn't want to have to do this, but it's time to do underhanded things, right? Like kind of he poses himself as like this paragon of justice, basically. I know so much about people and, all this stuff, but I thought they were going to turn him away and he's going to be like, all right, time to turn shady. This is that whole sequence was so interesting to me. And here, I mean, it seems like we're going to catch back up with Senshi cooking here now, but I was kind of thinking this might be a whole episode where we just don't get our crew again, which would have been really interesting given the fact that we just introduced a brand new character. But I'll take it. Like that was just a fascinating segment. And honestly, I kind of wish we were still kind of dealing with them up there, because that might have been my favorite kind of Kabru focused segment. He is a little questionable in my eyes. He's not my favorite character. He's not atrocious, right? But he's certainly not my favorite. But that was easily my favorite Kabru segment of the whole show so far. Good stuff.
So are they like scrambled eggs?
Huh?
You said before that people compare souls to eggs.
That's right.
What would that mean in relation to how eggs are cooked? For example, scrambled eggs, a sunny side up egg, and a poached egg would all have different stories.
I didn't make that comparison for you to take what I said and try to make a joke out of it.
Who's making jokes?
Yeah, this is how Senshi understands things, right?
There's nothing else that behaves in as many different ways as an egg does.
Yep.
Frothiness, moisture retention, viscosity, and the most interesting one, emulsification.
Senshi's got the big $5 words today.
Wait, souls are actually nothing like eggs!
Egg topped with egg.
It's ready.
Soul Eggs Benedict. All right, this is going to be... I'm just going to straight up say right now, runnier eggs are not my favorite. In fact, aren't Eggs Benedict usually cooked with like a hollandaise kind of sauce? Which I guess they're kind of subbing that with like a kind of a more egg-based sauce on here. I prefer my eggs to be scrambled or at the very least over easy. Not too big, not too fan of sunny side up. The runnier the yolk, the less inclined I am to enjoy them. But then granted, I also don't care too much for hard-boiled eggs either. I like my yolk to be a little firm, and like I said, scrambled eggs are preferable to me because it's just all kind of mixed together in one. So unfortunately, this one is gonna go kind of low for me, just because it's mostly a texture kind of thing, right? I'm just not a fan of like super runny eggs. So I am going to put I think we might have found something that I might put under the omelet, because as much as that omelet didn't look great, I think I would still rather eat that omelet than this, unfortunately. And like I said, that's just personal preference. There's a reason I put boiled mimic so high, is because crab is fucking delicious, and because I don't get it too often, a delicacy, especially king crab, right? Which is the closest comparison I had. So unfortunately, do I put this under the tart as well? I think this one might go really low. Plus, I have a lot of room down here on my paper. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to put this under... See, even though I kind of shit talk the tart, I think I would also rather eat the tart than this. So, and I think I would rather eat this than the living armor and honestly, I think I was a little uncharitable to the treasure insects. I might do like a revision to this tier list after I finish the season. But as it stands right now, I'm going to put Soul Eggs Benedict, quite low actually, underneath the tart, right above living armor. That's where it's gonna go.
So how are we supposed to eat this?
With your mouth, idiot. Yeah, too yolky for my taste.
Delicious as usual.
And of course.
Could you stop looking around at stuff that isn't really there? Or is there something?
Meanwhile, Lyo's still hallucinating, like, are you gonna tell me to stop too? Because I don't know if I can.
Does that mean this isn't a hallucination?
Huh?
Remember when I mentioned I was seeing and hearing things? That never went away.
Seriously, why didn't you say something?
Because Chill would just yell at me and tell me I'm sick in the head.
That's because you are.
Nice. Also, I do love that we're getting more of him calling Chill Chuck just Chill as a nickname recently.
Something keeps trying to talk to me. At first, I couldn't tell what it was saying, but gradually its voice and shape started getting clearer.
Then you could actually hear me speaking after all.
That sounds kind of like the narrator.
What did it say?
It said, "Delicious in dungeon."
Hello there! Can I help you with something?
What's it saying now?
It said, dungeon food.
It's asking if we've forgotten that it saved us from the, mage.
Huh?
Oh, that was the one?
Wait,
okay.
I remember.
Please give it our thanks.
It hears you.
I guess it wants to introduce us to someone. Thoughts?
Oh.
It's not the god of death, is it?
Another
We don't
ghost.
have many options, so...
All right. We're ready to go whenever you are.
Oh. Oh, I was just kidding. Whoa. It's like an Earthbound battle. Oh, where are they? Did they just find a wrong warp to the next floor? Did we travel through time? Is this like almost like another living painting situation? Because I know this segment is titled The Golden Country, right? Yeah. God, even the drawings look different of like the backgrounds and everything.
Wait,
Oh, cinch.
Out of the road, please!
Is that a unicorn?
Oh, shit. I've always wanted to eat one.
Did you guys come from the outside? I can't believe it! Come with me!
What the hell? I was about to say, who's hiding in the haystack?
I've never seen monsters be this docile
Ooh,
before.
interesting.
It's because they're ordered not to hurt us, so we can coexist here. That's not going to be the case for outsiders, though.
Izutsumi, something wrong? Teleportation sickness?
She's probably tired.
Or she's affected by it, being like half beast, right?
It's them.
Oh,
Those
them.
guys?
The ones that were prophesied.
Until the master comes back here, why don't you try to relax in the village?
Pick up some side quests, eat a meal.
Honestly, I'd like to see where the monsters are being raised.
Of course.
I'll
Sure.
just wait for them to get back. Can't leave
Look-
Izutsumi
oh,
alone
she's
anyway.
like...
I agree.
Yo, do you think her tongue is like sandpapery like a cat's?
We milk this instead of cows.
I thought Laios was going straight for the teat.
Izutsumi, are you okay?
I just fucking love you,
At least
Marcille.
she doesn't seem sick, I guess.
Sorry, we don't mean to interrupt, but they're dresses we made by hand. We've gotten so bored of modeling them ourselves. We need the fresh face of an outsider to do it.
Sure, if you want me to.
Interesting.
Our dresses might seem a little old-fashioned from your perspective.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, Marcille's gonna love them, right? What the fuck?
Somehow this is different than what I expected.
Yo, Marcille
Guess
looking
this
like
is what
Lady
happens
Gaga
when
over
you've been
here.
Isolated for 1,000 years.
I kind of love it though.
This is great!
I was gonna say, is he just getting fucked up at the bar?
This isn't bad at all.
Damn it, this was the beer episode. Why didn't I bring a fucking beer? Cheers.
Sounds pretty established. What generation are you?
I started it when I was 600, so first generation.
Come again?
That was a great line
They
delivery.
let me milk a minotaur!
So he did go for the teats as soon as the camera, like...
I'm not feeling so good.
Everyone's getting what they want, I just realized. The monsters, the food situation. Chilchuck just wants to get fucked up. Marcille's just really into fashion. Oh my.
What in the hell are you wearing?
Don't misunderstand! I was asked to wear this, I swear! Actually, this was the tamest one I tried.
Oh wow. Marcille.
Marcille. You have any clue why she stuck to you like that?
Oh,
She's been like this the whole time.
yeah, I have no idea. That's so
Do we
weird.
ship Marcille and Izutsumi? I know we ship Marcille and Fallon, but ¿por qué no los dos?
Under different circumstances, I wouldn't mind staying here forever.
It almost seems like that's what they're trying to do, with giving everyone what they want, right? Maybe Izutsumi just really wanted peace.
It isn't much, but we've prepared a warm meal for all of you.
Ah, welcome everyone. I've been wanting to meet you. I'm Yod. It's a pleasure. You already know of Delgal, yes? Well, he's my
Yes.
grandfather. You're wondering why I've called you here. Let's eat first.
Let's see a new meal. Vegetable slime medley, beef rib steak. This looks pretty good. Yo, slime in aspic. Nice. Any lark's tongues in there? Not that I see. Well, I do love me some steak. I know they were saying how good the slimes are, but I just can't think of like those 50s style like gelatins with like the random shit inside of them. But you know, but even if I leave that off to the side or consider it like a kind of a dessert with the main being the beef rib steak, ribs are fucking good. Those look like decent ribs. It looks like over some, not necessarily rice, some kind of like a popped grain kind of, so to speak. So yeah, this one, beef ribs. And it's one of those like real plain but really good kind of things. I think I am gonna put this right above Giant Parasite, right underneath an Eastern meal. That seems like a pretty good place for it. Beef ribs. Because I think I would rather have this than the giant parasite, but they are quite similar. It's just I think I would enjoy kind of like getting in on the bones on this one more so than the parasite. Slightly more so, but still more so.
Is this meat? Yes, as your party had specifically requested, we prepared Minotaur meat.
Oh.
We don't really need to consume food. Our sense of taste has completely dulled. Aside from that, we have no real appetite to speak of. Such is the curse of immortality.
Yeah.
The Mad Mage cast on the people of this village. Go eat up to your heart's content.
Do you think that one Minotaur that they cooked for this was like, finally, I can be of service?
For as long as I can remember, he always blamed himself for being the one who made the Mad Mage become obsessed with black magic. So in order to look for help, he headed to the surface.
Gotcha.
Perhaps you know, how did he fare up there?
Not great.
He claimed he was the king of a ruined country and would give his entire kingdom to the one who defeated the Mad Mage.
Yo, he literally left this place like going out for cigarettes, basically.
Many people have attempted to escape the curse by leaving the village, and their physical bodies are lost as a result.
Wow.
Without a body, you gradually lose yourself, become an evil ghost.
That explains a lot.
You never told us why we were called to this place.
The prophecy.
Prophecy?
Indeed.
They are the ones
One
prophesied
shall arrive
about.
at the village with winged sword in hand. They will be the hero who will defeat the Mad Mage and set us all free.
Winged sword?
Does he mean Kensuke?
I mean, to be fair...
Wait, this lion face wasn't on here before. When did it?
Oh.
The winged lion is our guardian deity. He was
Interesting.
imprisoned at the very bottom of the dungeon by the Mad Mage. The lion still guides us by telling us prophecies by way of our dreams. There is more to the prophecy. With the winged sword in their hand, the hero will defeat the Mad Mage, and thus rise as the country's new king.
Oh, wow.
Wait, you can't be serious!
Not him.
That sword by complete accident!
It was no accident. Can you please promise me something? Promise me you'll defeat the Mad Mage.
Kensuke just like slips a little tentacle out and like slaps his hand off of it.
But
How could I say no to a face like that?
Can you please let me think about it? Because I can't flat out refuse. Kensuke.
Yo, look at Senshi.
Like this, huh, buddy? Maybe it was when you got eaten by the dungeon cleaners. I was actually so nervous during all that, I couldn't really taste any of the food they made for us.
You got some nerve, you know that?
That's what he's concerned about.
Requested by the party, huh?
It really didn't have that much flavor to begin with. Don't need to eat anything.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume that's why they're not very good at cooking.
Oh, damn. All right, so it wasn't very good.
They don't really need to tend fields and use dishware, so why bother keeping them around? What was the point in wasting all that energy to continue maintaining them for the last 1,000 years or so?
So they got to do something,
I
right?
reckon it's because they actually do need those things. It helps them keep their sanity.
Yeah.
And gives them a reason to live.
That's what I was thinking.
His hands were so cold.
It's almost like he needs to do it to be a mercy to them, right? Damn, okay. That episode was real good. Man, I know we still have a couple episodes left, but that had kind of like finale energy, like season 1 finale energy to it, knowing that this is a way we need to do, like exactly, kind of, so to speak. It's interesting because this show has shied away from Chosen One kind of prophecy stuff for so long, right? Like I've compared it to One Piece at the very beginning of Goldie Roger, right? I think that was his name, who at the very beginning of One Piece, when he was getting executed, said, "Find my treasure, whoever shall find it shall become king of the pirates," and it ushered in the new age of piracy, right? Very similar to this, Delgal shows up to the surface and says, "Please kill this guy and my country shall be yours," and then dies immediately, right? Very, very similar kind of thing, right? And at least, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of One Piece and I have not interacted with very much of it at all, but from what I understand, Luffy isn't really like a chosen one, kind of like, he's just really determined and makes connections with like everybody he comes across, right? which makes him a good pirate. Like, people believe in him and all that kind of stuff, and he's like kind of the face of that series because of that. Whereas this one is kind of like, you know, you got all these parties and anyone can do it, right? Anyone can conquer the dungeon. But this is the first time that we've heard anything about, like, there's been a prophecy that says someone with a winged sword will come here and do the damn thing. Now, it could be anybody else. Like, Laios could say, no, see ya, I'm fucking off now, and just not do it, right? Or he could even fail. Someone else could come with that sword, right? Like that same kind of sword. We saw that the suits of armor had multiple of the same kind of sword, right? Like, because I think he just picked one up. It wasn't necessarily the big living armor sword that he picked up, right? It just happened to be one of them. And it kind of makes sense if the winged lion was like their guardian deity. It follows that a lot of the stuff in the armor around the castle would kind of bear that mark on it, right? If it was an important part of where the dungeon is, right? So not a super big coincidence, I wouldn't think. It just so happened that his sword broke and he needed a new one. But now the first OP, the first OP makes a lot more sense, given that we saw the lion with the wings, but never really knew what it meant up until this moment, right? At least as far as I remember, this is the first time that we've really ever had it explained to us. So yeah, like, do I think Laios can do it? Well, yes, obviously. There's a whole other ass season to go of the show, right? You know, it's been building up to this as we've been going, right? And also, like, Laios, I feel like, you know, he's been seeing the ghosts and everything, and I think I didn't really pick up on it, but in rewatching an episode a while back, the ghost was whispering something like "free us" or something like that. So these people who have been living in here for forever have, like, they're just longing for death, right? So if anything, I think Laios understands, like, what it means to be alive, and to give them death would be the greatest gift that anyone could do. And I wonder if he's even put two and two together, that, like, not everyone else might understand that. Like, he might be the perfect person because he's not looking for power. He could get there, conquer the dungeon, and say, I'm shutting the dungeon down, right? Like, you're free to die, and we're done here, basically. This thing has brought about more evil than good. I shall find good food elsewhere, right? Or there's always another dungeon somewhere else for me to go claim, right? Because it seems like, from what we got from the Kabru segment, and I'm glad that these two are together now, that I could kind of make these connections, is that dungeons just kind of pop up here and there. I know that Fallon said that she, you know, in magic school, she gathered dirt from, like, a real dungeon, right? So it seems like things that just happen almost naturally, right? Just this one had a little bit more magic and nuance involved in the creation of it, right? But certainly lots to think about here in this one. I wasn't expecting too much after the last couple episodes, just kind of introducing us to a new character, thinking that she was going to be playing more of a role, kind of in still setting up her character, but I guess we're past that, and it's plot time, basically. And it was a lot of interesting stuff, a lot to think about. I feel like I should move the beef ribs down on the tier list now that I'm thinking about it, since they were kind of cooked shittily. But I will say I'm going to keep them where they are, just because a well-prepared, at the Senshi buffet, if you will, right? You know, if we're keeping with that analogy, Senshi making that and presenting it, I think it would be quite good, and I would go fucking crazy on some beef ribs, right? Even if they are Minotaur ribs. Not quite cow, but still. Great episode. I don't think I have too much else to say about it. I know there's stuff that I'm missing here, because I know for a fact I was thinking, like, ooh, parallels, I gotta talk about this later. But now it's slipping my mind. I'm sure I'll notice it back when I'm editing and be like, fuck, I should have thought about it. But you know, I didn't. Who knows? If I think about it, I'll make a note to remember to talk about it next time. But I think, like I said, I think I'm done here. I think I've exhausted all that I need to say about this one, and I'm just excited to finish out this season over the next couple weeks. So hey, what did you think about this episode? Don't forget to leave a comment, let me know, and please don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Hey, we're almost done with the show, so come back next time. Oh, also, did that one ghost sound kind of like the narrator, just putting on a more like deathly, ghostly voice? Has the narrator just been this ghost following them, haunting them the whole time, and like just commenting like, I remember what it was to eat hundreds of years ago. Dungeon food, delicious in dungeon. Right? That's kind of what it sounded like, the same voice actor. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. Hopefully it won't be too much of a spoiler, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time with the next episode of Dungeon Meshi. I already said the delicious in dungeon thing, so I'm not gonna say it again. Take it easy, everybody.